Alrighty, welcome to Millennium Games on Twitch. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We got some fun activities ahead of us for our first board game content on Twitch. So in the studio, myself is Caleb. We've got Jennilee. Jennilee and I are both staff members here at the store, and we've got our friend Jake from Game Night Rock.
What's up?
So thank you so much for joining us. Today we are going to be playing the Castles of Mad King Ludwig, as I learned the pronunciation today, from Bezier Games. So one thing before we get into the game, here's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to go through a rules explanation, and then we're going to play it live with you all here. And then at the end of it, we're going to do a nerd assessment, is the language we're going to be using, of just kind of be talking about like, who's this game for. Just to be clear, this is not a review of the game, but we are going to be giving some thoughts, just kind of like checking out this new game. Well, it's actually not a new game. It's been around for several years, but this is the new second edition that just hit retail, I think a couple weeks ago, I think is when it came out. So, have you guys played before?
Yes.
No, first time.
All right, so we've got a first timer here. So this, as I mentioned, this is the second edition. So right now in existence, there are 3 different versions of the game. And as far as I'm aware, there have been very few rule changes between them. So if you are new to the game, this is a great edition because it comes with like fantastic new art, a couple new expansions and game trays. But in terms of the game itself, I'm pretty sure it's just the same as the original. So if you have version 1, you can use this as a rules teach as well. Just some of the art might look different. So a couple other things I want to explain. We've got some Geek Bit holders here for some of the money. And if some of the cards might look a little blurry on screen, it's because I've got them sleeved with GameGenic sleeves. I'm one of the psychopaths. I sleeve all my games. So yeah, cool. All right, so let's get into how to play Castles of Mad King Ludwig. All right, so the theme of the game is the Mad King has tasked us all with designing a castle, and so we're all architects in the game, and whoever has the most points is the one who builds the fanciest castle and wins at the end of the game. But because the king is crazy, he's going to be constantly changing his demands, so we have to be pivoting all the time to figure out what he's going to ask for in his castle. So the round structure is going to be a couple things. So first of all, let me kind of show you the board here. We've got our own individual foyers here, so we'll be building our own castles in front of us. We have a bunch of money that we're each going to start with 15,000 marks, is what they're called in the game. And then up here is the game board itself. Would you mind switching over here? Thank you. So up here we've got this over here is going to be the score track, as well as an ever-fluctuating market of available buildings. And then up here are going to be more buildings that we can possibly get. So I'll go through the round structure, and then I'll kind of explain each section individually. We'll get into the nitty-gritty of what we are looking at in terms of buildings. And also, we have our chat going, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We've got some bets now. Jake is the favorite at -250. So, all right.
Tough crowd.
I hope it's like I get the 250 if I lose. So that's kind of how I'm betting it. But thank you. I appreciate the support.
All right, so the round structure is going to look like this. We're going to draw new rooms to fill this up. Then whoever is the master builder, basically the active player of the turn who holds this piece here, is going to set the prices of the rooms. The price of the room is listed above the section on this board here. And the way the buying of rooms works, which is the next step, so after the rooms are priced, we then get to buy rooms. So starting with the player to the left of the active, the master builder, so if I'm master builder, Jennilee would go. She's going to select one of these buildings to purchase. And the way it works is the money is paid to the master builder. So I'm going to set the price. Jennilee's going to buy one of these rooms and pay me directly. And then it'll go to Jake, and then I bid last, or I buy last. If I buy a room, I'm going to pay the bank directly. So that's how the economy is going to function. So you'll pay me or whoever the master builder is, and then I pay back to the bank. Instead of choosing to buy rooms, you can also choose a second action, which is just simply you can just, instead of buying a room, you can just take 5,000 marks directly from the bank. So if you're a little broke at the moment, you can always just take money. And that you just grab right from the bank. Then after buying the rooms, everyone is going to take turns placing them, scoring points. Then any rooms that are left here in the center will each get a coin on them, making them cheaper for additional rounds. And then you pass the Master Builder to the next player, and we're just going to go rinse and repeat that. There's a stack of cards up here on the board. Once this stack is empty, that will trigger the end game, meaning there'll be one more turn after that, and then we do final scoring. So that's kind of a high-level overview. So let's get into a little bit about I'll go into each of the steps down here a little bit easier. So as these rooms are purchased over here, so let's say these three are purchased, these rooms will each get a coin, and then we'll draw cards that will tell us what rooms are going to be filled in. So then we would just take from the stacks up here and fill in the row. After the Master Builder gets a chance to completely rearrange. So there's one, you'll notice there's an empty spot down here. This is because we are playing with 3 players instead of 4, so that spot is not used in a 3-player game. So the Master Builder can change any of these around however you want. Now this is where a little bit of strategy comes in, because if you're the Master Builder, you're going to be paid directly. So I can be looking at Jake going, okay, Jake's got 15,000, and I know he really needs this building, so I might put that at 10,000 because I want him to pay me that 10,000. So that's going to be where you kind of get into a little bit of the player-driven economy. Is I'm looking at you going, what do you want, and then I have to try to anticipate how much money you're willing to pay for whatever these buildings are. So that's how the rearranging of rooms. Buying rooms, we already talked about. You just pay the Master Builder directly. Now, one thing that is cool, these rooms never just get completely trashed. They always just get coins. You can use these coins to help the purchase. So if Jake wants to buy this building and he only has 7,000, there's the 1,000 mark on it already. He can use that, and it just goes to me directly. And if there's a situation where eventually rooms might become so cheap that they're actually worth more than the price set, you get to keep the excess. So that's one thing to keep in mind too. So now we're getting into, after you buy a room, you place it. And so that's going to be the majority of this game. So, Tina, would you mind zooming in on my section over here? So this is going to be where most of the game is played here. This is the foyer, and I'm going to grab another room to kind of explain each of these. Hey, thanks for joining us from Tokyo. All right, so these are the anatomy of the room. So everyone starts with a foyer, and that's going to be their castle entrance. This is going to be a room. Now, rooms have a couple different options, so there's always a symbol down here in the corner. That is the room type. Each room, and it also has to correspond to the color. Each room will do different things based on the color and how you place it, which I'll go more into in a second. This symbol up here, anytime you see this castle with a number, that is this victory points you get simply for placing the room. This over here are going to either be penalties or bonuses or something else that will trigger if you connect it to other rooms. The other thing is there's always walls around the rooms, and then you'll notice there's a few of these little entrances. These are the doorways. So when you place a room, you just simply have to connect it to another entrance, like that. So that is just simply placing the room, and then further rooms can be, added like so. So now you'll notice here that there's an entrance here. This is totally fine. You can totally cover up, but for the sake of completing the room, so a room that is completed is all entrances have been connected. So in a situation like this blue room has been completed because every entrance has been connected, but because this room here has this room, this entrance covered by a wall, that is fine, but it means that the room will never be able to be completed. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So simply by placing this room, you're going to score points here. So in this situation, I place it here, and I score 2 points, which is determined by the round track up there. Jennilee is going to be our scorekeeper at first, while she's got the swans, which are player markers over there. So I would just immediately score 2 points. This symbol means this is a connection. So this is saying for every future turn, if I connect to this room, one of these types of rooms, which is an orange one, notated by the orange anvil, which we also have these player aids that are going to list the different types of rooms. So this blue one is a sleeping room. So this is saying a utility room. So if I connect a utility room to this sleeping room, that means I'm going to score 2 additional points. So, and that is always active, not just when you place it. So in future rounds, if I connect a utility room to it, I'll still score these second points. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Now, the other types of things that we're going to notice are there are certain rooms that have these red bricks instead of the gray bricks. These are activity rooms, notated by the loot, which I assume that is. Activity rooms are very noisy, and so the Mad King does not want certain rooms to touch them because they might be they might just attract the crowd. So, for instance, we have the arcade here. So, obviously, arcades are a little noisy. This means it's a penalty. So, this is not a connection. This just means adjacent. So, this is saying if you connect, if any of these types of room are adjacent to this, meaning even if the walls touch, you're going to score negative points. So, this is a good example. So, this is saying negative 1 points if I place in a adjacent sleeping room. So later, like, let's say this is the situation where this is connected like this, and then if I can do this, I would score the 2 points for here, but then I would also subtract 1 for here. Does that make sense? Now, adjacency is simply even if, like later, like let's say rooms are up here, these walls touch, that is still adjacent. Okay? The other types of rooms and connections are the downstairs rooms. So downstairs rooms are in the dungeon. They are always going to have this darker outline, and now you'll notice that you'll see the two different colors here and options. Jennilee, can I have a staircase and a hallway? So, in addition to purchasing rooms, you can also spend $3,000 to purchase, or marks, sorry, to purchase either a hallway or a staircase. So, a downstairs room cannot simply just be connected to an upstairs room. What you have to do is first you have to connect using a staircase. And so it goes from the lighter side to the darker side. So now this is the downstairs room. Hey, Amy and Miranda, thanks for joining us. So this is now connected down here. So now you'll notice that unlike the other rooms, there's not a wall in between these two. This is simply saying for every one of these types of rooms in your entire castle, you'll score this points. So for every one of the living rooms I have in my castle, I'm going to score 2 points. And that's continuous throughout the game. So that's one thing that you'll have to remember if you play a lot of downstairs rooms. And then hallways are the other thing that you can purchase. They just add a lot of extra connections. And hallways can either be put downstairs or upstairs or downstairs, showing the darker passageway. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, for the sake of placement, downstairs can always be adjacent to the upstairs rooms. They just can never be connected. So if you're getting stuck on how to place it, that does totally work. Any questions so far about placement?
I think I'm set. I think I'm good, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
All right, cool. So now let's talk about why you want to place certain rooms. So obviously points are they're how you're going to win the game. But every room, let me go back a little bit. There's also another type of room called the outside rooms. So outside rooms have this tree here. Every outside room will have a section like this where there's not walls and it's a fenced in area. What that means is you cannot have any type of room ever touch the walls of that. So this always has to be free from any walls. Now, you can always have it touch if you need to, the corners, this is totally fine, but none of the walls can ever touch this clear border. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, cool. So, every room, in addition to scoring points, also has a bonus when you complete it. Again, meaning all of the entrances are connected to other rooms. And they're going to be listed on the outside, or on this card here. So I'll just go through them real quick. So the food rooms is anytime you complete a food room, you just take one additional turn. You can use that to buy another room, place it. You can just take 10,000 marks. You can buy a staircase, etc. The utility rooms, which are going to be the orange rooms, when you complete them, you're going to draw 2 of the bonus cards, which are these things. So we start the game with 3 of them, and you're going to draw 2 of them and keep 1. And these cards will give you end game bonuses. So they might be for every downstairs room you have, score additional 2 points, that kind of stuff. So every card is going to be different, and that's how you get more of them. Everyone will start with 2, but you can get more by playing the utility rooms. The living rooms are the purplish ones. They just simply rescore the completed room's points. So anything, it just basically triggers again. Outdoor rooms just give you 10,000 marks. The downstairs, this is going to be a little bit of a tricky one because you only score them for every other room you complete. So the second one, fourth one, sixth one, etc. You get to take one of the other 7 rooms action. So it's a little bit of a wild bonus, but you only get that every other. Corridors give you a free hallway or stairs, limit 1 per turn. Now you'll notice that your foyer is one of these corridors here, which are also hallways and stairs. So these just give you a free hallway or stairs, limit 1 per turn. Activity rooms just simply give you 5 points. And then sleeping rooms, you choose 0, 1, or 2 rooms from a stack and place them face down. So this one is a little weird, so I'm going to explain that. So as I said, we have the stack of room tiles these are going to be revealing what rooms come up further into the markets. Certain objectives will require you to have certain types of rooms. So on the back side of all the rooms, there is a value. This is the square footage of the room. So let's say Jake has a bonus card that says for every 200 room he has in his castle, he scores 3 points. So Jake might want there to be more 200 points. And these are going to be random, so it might or may not have a 200. So when you complete the sleeping room, that allows you to take up to 2 rooms from a room stack and to place it immediately on top of this. So that means when a room would be revealed, instead of taking a card, you would just take this room and add it right to the market.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So that is the placement rule. So when you place a room, you have to follow placement rules. Oh, the other thing I'll say is all rooms have to be flat on the table, so you can't ever like overlay and stack that kind of stuff. So there's not multi-layer, even though there's considered downstairs. They're all on the same level playing field. Okay. So again, you're going to buy a room, paying the master builder or the bank. If you are the master builder, you'll place it. You'll score points. So if I place this, I score these points here, and then depending on, I might score bonus points later on in the future. Again, downstairs rooms cannot be connected directly to upstairs rooms unless they're connected via a staircase like so. There's a room here. All right. Then you score points, and turn moves on. Any questions about that?
No.
Okay. That is pretty much a brief overview of the game. One other thing I want to mention, so let's just talk about the end game and what that looks like. So as I said, we're going to play through the entire stack of cards, which will trigger the end turn, and then we will score victory points based on a few things, and I'll remind everybody once we get closer to the end game as well. So there's a few things that you're going to score points. So obviously as you play rooms, you'll track your points live and as we go. But at the end of the game, you score points for the following. If we go through all of the rooms, if any of these stacks up here are depleted, you score 2 points per room in their castle of each depleted stack. So if we go through all of the 500, every 500 rooms give you 2 points. Mm-hmm. There's also these things. These are King's Favors. These are public objectives. So in this game, we've got round rooms, money, and small rooms. So the points are listed above here. It's kind of hard to see, but for whoever has the most of each of these objectives, so whoever has the most round rooms will score 8 points. Whoever has the second most will score 4 points, 2 points, etc. If there's ever a tie, you add the two values together and divide by 2. So if Jennilee and Jake tie for second or first, they would score 8 plus 4 divided by 2 would be 6 points. Mm-hmm. So we've got round rooms, the most money, and then whoever has the most small rooms. So those are the King's Favors. Then your bonus cards, which you will reveal. So these are secret until the end of the game. So at that point, we'll in turn order, we'll reveal, add those to our points. And then finally, any leftover money you have at the end of the game. Leftover money is worth 1 point per 10,000 you have. So for every 10, you get 1 point. Round it down. So if you have 29,000, you score 2 victory points. Any questions about the board, what you're seeing on the table here?
No.
Jake, just so you know, 100 through 300 are the small rooms.
Oh,
so
yeah.
anything
Yeah.
from here down.
Yeah, so
Okay,
the
cool.
small rooms is determined by square footage.
Yes.
And again, you'll notice that there's an empty spot. This is for if you're playing with 4 players.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what that looks like. All right, so I'm going to reset. So everyone, again, is going to have 15,000 marks to start the game. These rooms were...
I'll take those, yeah.
All right. And then this is extra, then these rooms I think we'll put here. And this one.
And you're going to start by changing the order anyway.
Yes,
so it doesn't really matter.
Okay, so the way the game starts, everyone has 15,000, they have their foyer. Does anyone want to go first to test it out?
You can start if you want.
Start us off.
All right, you want me to do it? All right,
Yeah.
All right. So I will be the master builder. So that's again this token here. So we, excuse me, we each got 3 victory point or bonus cards. So we're each going to look at them, and you're going to keep 2 of them.
Want to hand me your discard?
I would love to.
Thank you.
Which one do I want? I will take.
I thought you already decided.
I thought I did, but now I'm
You're
changing
second
my.
guessing
Now I'm
yourself?
changing my
Yeah.
mind.
Oh, we'll see how that
Now
works
that we've seen
out.
some of the
Now we've seen some of the rules.
Yeah, you're like, I
Oh,
don't know.
excuse me. All right. So, as the master builder, rooms have already been laid out. Again, we did that by picking cards from the top. So you can see here, these are the rooms that were chosen. We then laid them out here. So, I now get the chance to figure out where I want these ones. So, the downstairs room cannot be immediately placed. Oh, so that is another placement thing about this. If you buy a room, you must place it immediately. So you cannot buy it and save it for later. So technically, no one can purchase this right away because none of us have stairs. So if you want the downstairs room, you must buy stairs first.
Mm-hmm.
So because I'm greedy, I'm going to make this the cheap one because I know none of you can buy it. So we're going to
Nice.
do that first.
So selfish.
You can buy stairs though when you purchase this.
Nope.
It's
Buying
a
stairs
separate-
is
it's a
yeah.
separate
So
action. Okay.
on your turn, you buy a room which doesn't include stairs or a hallway.
Sure.
And then you place it.
Okay.
Then, or you can buy a room or take
Okay.
$5,000.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification.
Yep. Good question. Okay. So, I think I'm just going to leave it there because I'm not entirely sure what you got. I don't have an idea of what your objectives are going to be. So I will leave it there. We'll start with that. I'm just going to make the cheap one impossible.
Better
All
to
right,
remind
so
myself
Jennilee,
of my
it is
objectives.
your action.
Okay.
And again, if anyone has any questions, feel free to post in the chat. We'll do our best to answer them. We can always zoom in cameras if you have like another question or anything. And also, thank you to Tennille, who's running the Twitch channel and all the camera work in the background. So if we say something and you hear a disembodied voice, it's Tennille.
Yay, Tennille! All right, so we're gonna go quick. We're gonna do this.
Okay, so it's 6,000 to me, and you're buying the sleeping room.
Oh man.
So when you place that, how many points do you score?
Just thinking of how
Oh
I
yeah.
want to place first.
There's another placement rule I forgot to mention. You must always have an exterior entrance. Basically, what that's saying is you must always be able to play out of the room. So if you like somehow block in all of your entrances, that's an illegal move because you wouldn't be able to keep going. So you must always have an external.
Yeah.
You need to be able to get into the castle. All right. So
So
generally, yep.
I'm going to just score the 2 points for the top left corner, and obviously I don't do that yet because we're not.
Yep. Before I realized that I forgot to change our score. So the way the game works is whoever is the master builder starts at 0, and then generally you would start at 1, and then Jake's going to start at 2.
Sweet. Starting the lead.
Oh,
Except
just
for
kidding.
I'm blue.
You're blue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. we fought about player colors
I
before.
want to mix Caleb up.
Actually,
so
we
he's
didn't fight
moving.
about it. Caleb picked
Oh yeah. I picked the colors. Yeah.
Jake is bitter with the blue.
Could be.
All right. So
We'll
now
never
you get
Yeah.
your 2 points.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Okay. 1, 2. So I'm up to 3.
I was in the lead for so brief a time. All right. I am going to buy the outside room
Okay.
here.
So for 8,000.
The Hundig's Hut.
Hundig's Hut.
Hundig. Sounds fun. And I think I'm just going to place it there.
All
We're
right.
just going to... Because
Wing
that
it?
looks cool.
Yep.
That looks
Wing it?
natural. Yeah.
It does look.
Yeah, it looks good.
So
You want it at
far.
the front of your
All right,
castle.
here we go. Here we
Yeah,
go.
so I'm going to score 4 points there. So I'm going to move my up to 6.
All
And
right.
back in the lead.
Back in the lead. All right. So I am going to. I
Did
forgot
that
what my.
swiftly.
What are my?
Yeah, actually, you took the one that I wanted, so I had to spend a little bit more money than I wanted.
All
but
right. I
that's
think
okay.
I'm
It's
actually
fine.
going to purchase a stairs.
Typically, I go for like the outdoor
Oh, yeah.
ones.
Yeah, the
'cause
outdoors
I
ones.
just think they're stunning.
They
for
are
the
so
nice.
cool.
Yeah. Can I have a stairs, please, Jennilee?
Yes, you may. Ooh,
Ooh,
Caleb's going downstairs
Going
real quick.
downstairs. All right. So
All
I
right,
do
here we
not
go.
score any points because I just connected stairs. And that's my go. All right. So now we put 1 mark on each of the buildings. Jennilee gets the master builder icon, and then we're going to reveal a total of 2 rooms. So we've got a 150, and another
Ooh,
150.
2 150s. All right, so we're just gonna toss these out.
There. All right, so we've got the cello room and the fungus room.
Oh.
Yes.
And that is a downstairs.
That is a downstairs room, yes.
So Caleb's setting himself up pretty nicely.
Yeah.
All right, here we
Make
go.
them expensive.
Yeah, right.
And I am loaded, so that's where you...
Strategically, we now know. So, I mean...
I don't have metal coins.
I'm not trying to tell you what to do.
No, yeah, of course. Well, we are going to make this a little difficult for
Yeah.
him. So let's go ahead and put that in the 15.
Okay.
And then let's go ahead and put this in the 10, just in case. And then, what are you... Oh, you've got green, so...
I'm going to try to make my strategy as confusing as possible
fair.
throughout the entire game.
That is very fair. Let's do this. And let's do... Oh. Let's just do a little slide here.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Okay. All right, Jake, you're up.
Oh, man. I think I might follow in your footsteps, Caleb, and I think I'm going to go for a stairs, please. There's 3 for you.
Thank you.
I'll take 2 back.
Okay.
I'm going to set that right there.
Well, you made the ones I really wanted very expensive, so good job on that.
You're welcome.
Oh, what does this one do? It gives you for every... So I think I am going to buy the square room there. What is it?
Yeah.
So you can keep the mark that's on top of it, and then there's an additional 3.
There you go.
All right, so this is the hibernatorium. That sounds like an amazing room right now. All right, so the hibernatorium. So one thing, there is what is that? What bird is that? Swan. A swan in the bottom corner of that. That is in the game. It's one of the expansions. So we are playing with just the base game. So you'll see a swan here. So there are several expansions to the game which give like different rooms, different types of rooms. There's one of the new expansion that came out second edition is like multicolor rooms. So they count as like 2 different things. But
Cool.
just for the course of this video, we'll just be playing the base game. So if you're wondering what the swan is, that's for an expansion. All right, so I'm going to connect the hibernatorium to. I'm going to do this here. Once I should have clarified this. Once you place a room, you cannot change it.
Yeah.
So you're allowed moving your castle around depending on needs, but you're not allowed rearranging the rooms. All right, so I'm going to score 4 points for the room itself, but I also connected it to a hallway to my foyer, which scores me an additional 2 points. So
Nice.
6 points for me, please, Jennilee. And that is it for me.
Okay, so I'm going to pay this directly to the bank,
Yep.
and because there's already a mark on there, I'm just going to put that in there as
Perfect.
well.
Going off the board already.
Yeah, I got to figure out how I'm going to do this with the mat. It's going to create a little lopsidedness. But I'm definitely going to do that. I'm going to take 1 point for that, and because I connected it to a
Sleeping room.
room, I'm going to get another point. So 2 for me.
Yeah, and I believe that also closes your room, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yes, it does.
Your blue room is closed because you connect all the entrance. So you get to choose 0, 1, or 2 rooms from a stack to add it to the board.
Yes.
So again,
So-
one thing, if nothing else, the public objectives are round rooms and small rooms. So
Let's do a 300.
it is only from a single stack, just so you're aware.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yep. Let's just do 2 300s.
So out of the 3 of us, who has played before?
Oops, sorry. There we go.
Me and Jennilee have played before, and Jake
It's
is
my
the first time.
Yeah.
Caleb and I actually have been fortunate enough to play the colossal version of this game, which
Have you
is
seen that thing?
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
never
yeah.
the
really-
pieces are like this big. It's
we would not be able to
fantastic.
play in this room.
It was also, I think it took us 6 tables
Yeah,
in
yeah, we had
total.
to combine 6
and
tables.
like fold out tables, so it wasn't like just a standard.
A true gaming
Yes,
experience,
it was,
really.
it was a very gaming experience. So.
All right, cool.
All right, so now each of these get one more mark on them.
I'll help you out with the two lower ones.
And so normally we would draw 2 cards, but because Jennilee completed her room, she just placed these rooms directly on the stack, so we just draw these instead of cards. So we've got the warehouse and which is a utility room, and we've got the queen's bedroom, which is another sleeping room. So Jake, you are the master builder now.
I am the master builder. That is true. So I'm thinking I'm gonna try to make. I think I'm gonna switch these two, and I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I think I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Still making these things real expensive.
It's because I'm so poor.
That's right.
He wants a shot at one of them eventually.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, thanks for posting that, Danielle. So if anyone is interested, we do have a few copies of this in the store, and you can also purchase it. We have a few copies on our website as well. So if you're not local to Rochester, you can post it or buy it right on the website, or you can come on in the store and check it out for yourself. All right. I do think I need to buy one of these expensive rooms. Don't want to.
Sure, do it for Jake.
Yeah.
Well, I realized the bonus points for having the hallway. I was like, that's really good. So I wanted to snag that while we could.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was the one we played in Halloween of 2022. That was the one that required the 6 tables. We were at a community center, and we had to like basically steal every table.
We
there
did.
just to buy it.
Incredible.
All right.
Which,
So-
by the way, the colossal version, it's really hard to see what your opponents are doing. So when you're trying to like figure out your bids,
Yeah, what are you doing
Yeah,
over there?
like
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
get binoculars, just like spy on your opponents.
So
I'm giving you 10,000, but I'm keeping this one because
Okay,
it's better.
perfect.
So you're
Yeah,
getting the
yeah.
10,000 for
Nice.
this. All right, so I've got the fungus room. We're gonna.
it's because you're a fun guy.
I was thinking about making the joke.
Tennille appreciates that joke. You know?
Somebody had to say it.
Someone had
Somebody
to.
had
Yeah.
to.
I'm gonna place it like this because I feel like placing this way. So I'm
Wow.
gonna go
What a
tricky.
dumb move.
So I scored 3 points, and I have now completed a corridor, which is a stair. So I'm going to, for my limit 1 per turn, I'm going to take a free hallway, please.
One of the big guys, right?
So one thing to know for everyone that these rooms are final. So that is all the stairs and hallways.
Yep.
So as we're dwindling, if you really want to grab one, I'd grab one sooner rather than later. All right, and I'm going to place the hallway down here.
Ooh, still staying in the downstairs,
Yep.
huh?
So I have now completed a downstairs room, but it is only my first one. So the reward only triggers after the 2nd, 4th, and 6th. So I completed the room, but I don't get any bonus. That's my go, Jennilee.
Okay. I think all right. Oh, I don't know why I just said that because
Oh, it was for free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and basically a free room for me, which I could use right about now.
And you are allowed grabbing a room to test it before you purchase it. So if
Cool.
you're not sure if it's going to fit right, you're allowed.
I think we're gonna do this, and then I just get the 4 points for
Yep.
The
so
arcade.
it's gonna be 9, and then gonna have to be strategic about how I'm building. I think I don't know. No, I think that's probably my best option, unless I do because then I don't have a chance of completing it at all. So we're gonna do that.
All right.
Okay. I think I'm going to put this in supply. I'm going to buy this guy
All right.
here. And I actually didn't even think about where I would put this because I don't actually think I can. I can't even fit this on here.
Oh, yeah, because it's one of those like, weird
it's one of the
corners.
weird corners,
yeah,
so I
it's
can't
in
even
the-
get that. I thought I
Okay.
was going to be able to do that. I'm going to take my money back really quick.
Yeah.
That's kind of stupid.
The nice thing of testing before you buy, right?
Should have tested it because I can't place it, and that's against the rules. So, man, I guess I think I'm gonna might buy the little cello room here.
It only costs 3.
It only costs 3.
The warehouse.
No, 4. Oh, yeah, 3 because I already
Yeah.
got a coin. Sorry.
So 3, 4 go into.
I was wondering why they were calling it
Thank
the
you.
warehouse, but it was spelled like werewolf. But Bezier Games also publishes werewolf.
Werewolf.
Yes,
yeah.
There's a
exactly.
little werewolf in there.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
is it really?
Yeah.
You pronounced it correctly, but
Hey, I pronounced it
Bezier.
correctly.
Yay!
Yeah, the first time
The
you
first
did
time
it.
Yeah.
And you and I both looked at each
almost
other because we
lost
had the
it. I almost
conversation.
lost it.
Yeah, we just talked
That's
about it.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
Just talked
yeah, I'm
about
going
it.
to. I apologize. I am
Yeah.
probably going to mispronounce it several times.
I think it's details like that
Yeah,
really make
so-
this game super spectacular.
I'm gonna put all my round rooms next to each other.
All right.
Yeah, hopefully I
Cool.
can get another one on the other side because symmetry.
Symmetry. All right.
For no other
did you get
reason.
your 3 points.
So I had 3 points.
You got it?
And I'm the blue guy, so.
All right, we're
we'll go with that.
tying. We're
And
tying.
now we're tied.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so we've got that. You were the master builder. this
I
round.
was.
Yep. All right. So each of these,
pass down.
we each get a room. Okay. So now we're going to reveal 3 room cards because we each purchased a room. So we've got a 250 room. We've got a 100 room. And we've got a 200 room. All right.
Okay, here we go.
And so we've got the sewing room. We've got the broom closet. And we've got the cheese room.
Ooh, cheese.
It's kind of my kind of room, honestly.
Yeah, right?
All right. So these rooms are quite powerful because these ones are the food rooms, so they give you an additional turn. So I
Extra
definitely
turn.
don't want that to be very cheap. So, all right, we're going to put this one down to 10,000 because it's only 7,000 because of the extra bonus there. We're gonna put this one at 8,000. This is kind of like a hard to place room, as Jake found out, so I'm gonna make that one cheap. The sewing room before. We'll do it like this. All right, that's how we'll do it.
Not loving what's come out, so I think I am going to do a hallway. And those 3 go to you, Caleb.
Oh yes, yes.
And then what's going to help me with this is that's going to allow me to complete that and then branch.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that's a smart move right
Yeah.
now.
Nice.
So when you complete an activity room, you just immediately score 5 additional points.
Yep.
It's good, smart.
So this is going to put me at 14. Math is hard. Just saying.
Math is pretty hard. You know what, Caleb? I think I'm going to.
You gonna do it?
I'm gonna do it.
You gonna
There
do
you
it?
go.
Wow.
I'm taking it.
Good
Get
for
those
you.
ones.
Good for you.
It's been up there for so long. The
Hashtag
Crown
make it
Treasury.
The Crown Treasury.
Hopefully, the king will accept my castle of just circles.
Just circles. I mean, it is a round room, so.
Yeah.
With
Is there
Uh,
any is there a rule where if I place one of these rooms because it is connected by a hallway, it would still carry the sound?
No, it's
So it is
yeah,
just directly
yeah.
touching
touching
the
that
room.
tile.
Okay,
yes,
okay,
yes,
perfect.
yes.
I just want to make sure.
Cool.
So you get
So,
1 point.
I get 1 point.
But then you also completed a corridor, so you get a free hallway or stairs.
Sweet. We will take a hallway,
Okay.
You got it.
I think.
Now are you gonna make it downstairs or are you gonna make it upstairs?
That's a great question.
So one thing, here's if you connect it here, that will actually complete the room.
Yeah, that's what I actually was thinking about doing.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to do that.
Yep.
And I score 10,000 from the bank.
Yep. So you completed the outdoor room, so that gives you 10,000 marks. Nice.
Rich.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice.
Loaded.
All right. What do I want to do here? So, if
You would have completed it here too, by the way.
I did know that, but that's a downstairs room.
yeah, so
Yeah.
Oh, so this one, I actually had a question.
Yeah.
So it's 2 points for every of the fire room later?
yes.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
cool,
Or
cool,
when
cool,
you
yeah.
place it.
When I place it. Yeah,
as
yeah.
well
That's
as
what I
additional.
thought. Cool.
All right.
Nice.
Oh, we gotta say if I don't win, you all get peanut butter fudge. What? What's this? What's this?
High stakes.
High stakes.
We could make that happen very easily.
All right, I'm going to.
I'm a big fudge guy, for sure.
All right, I'm going to pay 8,000. I'm going to grab the cheese room. I'm going to place it right. Will it fit there? Yeah, it will. Place it right there. It's cheesy. All right.
Your castle's just full of puns.
yes, it is. All right, so I am.
Caleb has to shave his beard every
Oh
day.
my gosh,
I mean,
what's going on in the
keep-
chat?
Keep putting more bets.
Yeah, right. I like
Maybe
this.
one of them will stick.
All right, so I placed the cheese room, so I get 1 point, and I also connected it to a hallway, which gives me 3 points. So 4 points there. To the red, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good.
4 or 3? I'm sorry.
4 total. But I also completed my foyer. Foyer.
4 EA.
Foray.
We're gonna botch a bunch of words.
Oh, yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Just be ready.
It's a French game, and none of us speak French.
That's true.
Or French creator.
French
German
creator,
game.
yes.
German game. French creator.
Yeah. I am then going to get another hallway, please.
Keeping it upstairs this time, though.
Yes, I keep it upstairs. I'm going to do this, which then completes that room, which allows me to take an additional turn.
It's almost like you've played this game.
It's
before.
almost like I've played this before. I am then going...
Don't you also get 3 points for connecting a corridor? Though?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yes, I
Yep.
do. So I get 3 additional points because I did connect another quarter.
Shouldn't
Thank
have even told you that.
you. Then I am going to purchase... I'm going to spend 6,000 to purchase the broom closet. Just going to connect that there, which immediately completes this room. So that's 1 point just for the room itself.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get to draw 2 of the bonus cards and keep one. Do you want to hand me the top 2?
Yes. And then just hand me the one that
Yes.
you don't know.
I'm gonna keep this one. Have that one back.
Perfect. Thank you.
Oh yeah, if I have to shave my beard off, I look like I'm 12. No one wants that.
Yeah, I gotta
No.
look at them like on a regular basis, so let's not do that.
All right, I was the master builder, so this one and this one and this one each get a room.
Okay.
Jennilee is going to be the master builder, and we reveal
3.
3 rooms. Oh, that's right, because you purchased a hallway.
I did. Yes.
All right.
Well, I also got a room too.
This right?
Generally bought a hallway.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
got it. That's what it was.
I mean, I got both. I got 2.
So 400.
And 2 350s.
2 350. So
Sorry.
we've got the strategy room, which we're gonna. I think they're also playing Castles of Mad King Ludwig in the strategy room.
Nice.
We've got the Royal
Ooh.
Bodyguard room
And an empty hall.
and an empty hallway.
It's a shame you just closed that because you would have gotten that.
Yeah, it would have been pretty cool. All in hindsight, I guess.
Well,
All right.
this is interesting.
Because I also almost completed one of my downstairs rooms. I'd rather have the 10 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the money.
Yeah, especially when you spent that just to get the room, like so. you
Yeah,
gotta-
exactly.
So let's leave that where it is.
Who is what color? Great question. I am red. Jennilee is green, and Jake is blue.
Actually, I think I'm gonna keep them.
Keep them where they are.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep them where they are.
Okay.
Jake, to you, sir.
Okay. I am going to try. Let's see.
See if this fits now.
I don't think it can. Unless I do this.
That does work.
Like that. Let's do it. Why not?
All right.
So here you go. That's for you.
Okay. And that immediately
That's
completes.
for free. And that immediately completes.
So you get 3 points.
3 points for me, and also I get to pick 2 of these cards. Wait, no, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, yes,
Yep,
I do.
Yep.
Yes, because that's
Yep.
that's
That's
room
the utility room. Yes.
Okay. You can go on like.
Okay,
pick
gotcha.
this one.
What do I have? What are my objectives here? I think I am going to, what are this? 4? Yeah, I'm gonna give Jennilee 3 and this one for 4 and grab this.
I'm gonna slide this
Yeah,
to
of
this
course.
card.
So placing that there gives me 4 points. So that puts me at 18. All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend 8 to take this guy. And then Jake, I'm gonna start encroaching on your space a little bit.
It's okay.
So
Yeah, this would make a cool map to play in some sort of RPG, like a dungeon crawler. It's a good idea.
once you
Yeah.
build it, then you have to create
Then you,
like
then you
a-
actually have to play through
yeah,
it.
like,
That'd be
create
fun.
like a one-shot dungeon
Yeah.
crawl.
That would be pretty sweet.
That would be
I like that.
awesome.
All right, is that it? It's back. You just took a turn, right?
I did take my turn.
You
Yep.
placed the. Did you? Get
Oh no,
Oh.
my points. So
Bonus.
3.
3 points, yes. All right, and that's the round. All right, and so Jake is master builder, and we've got a 300 room, which is the kitchen. We've got a 100 room. Jennilee, would you mind handing me one of the small square ones?
Yes, I'm sorry.
We've got
Sorry.
the powder room.
Ooh.
And we've got another 300 room, which is the guest bedroom.
Ooh.
That goes to you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate that. I'm thinking that. Let's see. The hallway, I think I'm going to keep that here. Let's make the powder room a little bit more expensive because that's a one and done kind of situation here. I know that's going to be nice. I think I'm going to move this. I'm going to move the kitchen up, I think.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to move this one down to there. We're going to do that.
Okay. All right. So let me see here. Don't have the 15,000 for that kitchen. What are these bonuses? Where are the entrances on this one?
One.
Let's see.
You got one there.
Yeah, let's see. This one's fit here. Fit there. Oh, that's tricky. I'll connect that one there. That's not gonna work. All right. I guess I will just do the 6,000 for the giant hallway.
Thank you.
Which this gives me 1 point, but then also connects to this, which is a hallway. So I get a total of 3 points. 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Oh, in addition, I just realized, so the downstairs rooms always trigger. So this is 1 point for every yellow room I have. I placed this up here, and I did not get that point.
Cool.
So that's 1 additional point. And I also completed the Hibernatorium, so that allows me to do the same thing Jennilee did, add stacks to it. So one other thing to know about the rooms is on the back side of the room, they have not only the number here, but they also have these symbols here. These symbols are the types of rooms that are in this stack. So if you're hunting for something specific, you can use that. So I'm looking at these round room objectives, and I'm looking, Jake's got a lot of those, so I want to probably get in the competition with that. So I'm going to take 2 of the 150 round rooms and add them to the stack.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm debating what I'm going to do here.
I know, it's kind of tricky.
It is very tricky.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you just say hi to God?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you doing over there?
Overwatch up here.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I am going to... This makes more sense, but I gotta see what I'm doing here. If I can make this work to be able to complete it later. Where's that other doorway? Oh, it's off that side. Could... Will that fit? Oh, ho, ho.
Say funny things.
Okay.
She nestles right in there.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Tennille.
Perfect. Bye, Tennille.
Bye.
Thank you. All right, so 3 and then an additional to you. And then,
Thank you.
so apart from my 3 that I'm going to score, because this is getting connected to that,
Yep.
I also score an additional, so I'll
Yep.
take another 4.
Nice.
Cool.
All right.
I think I am going to buy the guest bedroom here.
Okay.
And I think place it like.
I think it does also fit right along that.
Oh right, yeah. Actually, that's what I was planning on doing. Oh wait.
So if you do that, though,
it blocks.
yeah. So you could do it. It's a legal move, but it won't allow you to complete the room. But you could push it all the way up against it if you wanted to.
I could. I'm thinking about doing this maybe. Trying to maybe be able to complete it eventually.
Yeah. Nice.
Like that.
Yep. So that gives you
So it gives me 3 points.
3 points. Yep. 16.
So, and I think that's it.
Okay.
Doesn't complete anything.
Yep.
Done.
All right. So we need a total of 3 rooms. So 2 of which are going to be the round rooms that I put there. So we have the violin room,
And the quiet room.
the quiet room, and we have 1 more card, which is another 150. So another round circle, please, for the 150s.
Oh, yep.
3.
3 of them.
Pacha! Which is the flute room.
All right. So we've got.
Nice.
We got some music going.
All
There
right.
we go.
So Jake's got a lot of money, and he's competing for that round room. So I think these ones are going to start getting expensive. So, so the powder room is good because it's small and just gives you the 2 bonus cards. I'm going to make that as 6,000. Strategy room's kind of a. I'll make that one 8,000. And I'll do like this. So the violin room, quiet room will go really expensive. The flute room, and we'll do like this. Yeah, we'll do that.
Tricky. Oh, might as well go all in. There you go, Caleb.
All right.
And let's put him... But I could get 2 points if I connect that to another... Actually, you know what? That fit. Perfect.
Nice. So you're going to get quite a bit of stuff. So you get the 1 point just for the room itself.
Yep. And because it's a utility,
Yep.
I'm going to be able to choose one of
Yep.
these two.
Yep.
And because I just completed a corridor, I'm also going to get a hallway.
Correct.
Could I
Or
also...
stairs.
Or stairs,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Yep. Hallway or stairs.
We still don't have any downstairs yet. Come out, but I could potentially work that. Just in case.
It is nice just to get a stairs if you have nothing else, just because
it does help complete.
it helps complete something,
Yeah.
and that way, if something does
Come
come
up.
up, it's really easy just to.
And
Pretty nice.
yeah, I think I'm gonna do that, and I am going to do.
Okay. Nice.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
All right. I am going to test a couple things out. I'm going to look at this one. Just see how it might work in my building here. That. Not really. Okay, so the only way it could go is like this.
Yeah, you still fit a hallway in there, which is nice.
Yep. That's what I was thinking. Or set this aside for now.
Yeah, that was the 2, right?
Yes, this was the 2, so it would
Okay.
be free. And I didn't think I would be able to fit this one. I can't really, so I'm not going to go for it. So I'm going to put this one back.
Okay.
And I'll go for this one.
Okay.
We'll try it out. So we'll go here.
Yep.
Caleb, you get this.
Yep.
Do you want a hallway or a stair?
I will take a hallway.
Okay, and then we need to give you 3 points.
Because I'm going to try to place this like this. Does this kind of like...
I think it does.
does kind of connect here?
It does.
Yeah.
I think it's just kind of like the. Yeah, I think,
It's
I
just
think
kinda
technically
like-
it is.
Technically it does connect. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So you get 3 points for the room.
3 points for the room.
I just gave him that.
Yep.
It's
It's also a
So-
living room. Yep.
it's a it's a living room, but I don't score because it's not adjacent to any.
Correct.
It's not adjacent,
Not yet.
but
Yeah,
your
yeah.
downstairs room gives you 2
Oh, yeah,
points
it
for
gives
every
me
living
2,
room,
yes.
so that'd be
So
an
it gives
additional
me
2 points.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 extra points. That's why I forgot about that. Thank you.
Yep. Okay, so back to me.
I know I think one of the
So-
challenges of this game is just remembering like the previous pieces
Yeah.
that you've placed.
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
making sure that you're scoring all the possible points that
Yep.
you can score.
Definitely.
All right, so what do I got? So I'm going to spend do the same thing, so I'll go for the cheaper one, because they're essentially the same room. So 4 and 4. And I will grab this one, I'll put it over here.
I just kind of want to see where the doors are
Yeah.
on this one. Ooh, that's a tricky room.
Alright, so I'm going to connect the violin room to the sewing room. And that scores me 3 points. Okay. Alright, and 1, 2, 3. Alright, Jennelee's Master Builder.
I just have a question. This is only when you connect one of those rooms, correct?
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
that room.
To that
yes.
room,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's not, it's for future times as well, so.
Right.
Alright,
Well,
so.
I mean, that room's done, so.
Alright, so we've got a 100 room, which is a small square.
Mm-hmm.
A 600 room, I think is our first one.
Yeah, that is our first one.
So we've got another outdoor room, the Terrace Gardens.
We have pantry.
And we've got another outdoor room, which is a fountain.
Ooh. Okay, here we go.
And we are already halfway through the game.
Okay. It's not bad.
Actually,
Moving
we're
quick.
over halfway, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 450 room. Okay. just got over there?
I also only have 3,000. So if you would like me to purchase something, it's got to be cheap.
So poor. He can still buy stairs though.
I can still buy stairs or a hallway.
There we go. Well, I mean, I have 0 money right now.
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh, you
guys
don't have any.
totally
Ooh.
froze me out.
Yeah.
Every
Okay.
time I've placed, you guys have not really given me any money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jake keeps giving me like
And
two marks.
Yeah, it's
And
true.
don't
I'm
forget,
like-
you can always, as an action, instead of buying something, you can just take 5,000.
I know, but
Yeah.
where's the fun in that?
Exactly.
Like,
So boring.
You don't wanna-
We're not boring people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check out this pantry.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Jake! You're killing me, bro.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't be able to finish it,
No.
but it does give me 2 points. Or it gets me 4 points technically.
Having the extra turn, though, is real good. Because if you
And I
do, if you finish it, you'll get the extra turn. So you won't be able to finish this one.
I can't finish that one.
Yeah, and that's the one
that's
that
what
gives
I'm
you-
saying.
yeah.
Yeah. But
Put it somewhere else.
I could put it somewhere else. I'm thinking about it. Because I also was thinking about this one. Get you a big one because I can put it down here.
Yeah.
Score 5 points,
But,
and
yeah.
also
Another
2,
2.
and that would get me 7.
That is a good one.
That is a good move.
It's a good one. Got a lot of options here because I have the most money.
Yes.
I control the board.
Yeah.
Or I could just do this one, and it would be a lot less money. You got to think about strategy for everybody else,
Killing me, Smalls.
and that's 4 points. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna. I kind of like the size of this big room, so
Yeah.
I might do it. I think
Alright.
I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, get some big points on the board here.
Your castle's so
Um,
cute, by the way. Like,
I honestly,
I just-
whenever I play these kind of games, I go for aesthetic over anything. I would rather my castle look good than it to be. It's got to be functional.
Oh,
It's got to
yeah.
be functional at the end of the day.
It's why I
Yeah.
never win canvas, because I'm always trying to make a pretty
Exactly.
picture. I am not worried about
Exactly.
trying to.
You're not actually playing the game. You're
Yeah,
just,
no.
It's like when in doubt, just
I'm like,
make a
yeah,
cool
I
painting.
mean, make
That's
something
it.
cool.
So
All
you
right,
got
so
7 points.
I got 7 points.
Thank
for that
you
one.
for digging me out of my hole,
Yeah,
Jake.
I
I,
got you.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Just a
I
little
want
bit.
to be a little nice.
Yeah.
I want to be a little nicer.
All right.
Thank you for your generosity.
Well, I'm gonna buy the one room I can buy. So there's that. All right. So I am going to place this. Where am I going to place this? Is there anything I can close? Yeah, I will close up the sewing room. So I'm going to get 2 points for the room itself, and then because it's a food room, I also trigger my fungus room, which gives me 1 more point. So I get 3 points.
Caleb's growing mushrooms in his
2,
basement.
And then, because I completed this room, which is the activity room, I score an additional 5 points just for completing the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 33 points. All right.
All right.
All right. Is that it? Oh, yeah.
I actually do get a
Yeah.
turn.
You actually have money now.
Oh, you're so funny.
Money seems very small. Yeah, this one. So the money is like it's pretty small in terms of like the size. Are you talking about like the actual physical dimensions of the coin, or are you talking about like the amount of money that we have?
Small, unimportant.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's very important.
Yeah, and every 10,000, every 10.
Said yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Like that. Ooh,
Yeah.
if I do that, that's
This
the
one has been. We've been kind of mean to each other. Overall size, yeah. Yeah, these ones are. I think I'm trying to remember what they were in the original edition. I think they were slightly bigger.
They look kind of small on the camera. They're decent size though. I feel like they're not terrible.
I feel
Yeah.
like they're small. Just personally.
Yeah, I think the original, I think the ones were like this size.
But in the deluxe edition, it's metal coins.
In the
and so it's a
in the
little different.
original or in the deluxe edition, they had metal coins.
We are suckers for metal coins.
We are
We are
suckers.
suckers
Yeah.
for metal
Usually,
coins.
I replace these with poker chips.
You know
That's
what?
usually
I am
they
just
wanna
going to
play.
take the 5 this time.
You gave you all that money and just take more.
Well, because
So
I'm not
greedy.
really loving
The options.
the options.
All right.
All right.
And one.
Give me that Master Builder.
2, 3, 4. All right, and we've got only 2 rooms this time, so we've got a 450. We've got the tunnels, another downstairs room, and we've got another 450, which is the library, which is the living room. So there is that. So Jake, if you want any money from me, you've got to make something free on the game.
Exactly. But I don't know if I want to give you one of the circle rooms.
No.
Yeah. Well,
especially with everything that he's got going.
I don't even think that even if I put one that down for you to be for free, that you would even take it. I think you're going to go for the 5K, the $5,000. But maybe not.
I am Master Builder next round.
That's true. That is true. Oh man. Okay, so let's.
To look back at
You
my
have,
junky cards.
you have
like,
a decent amount of money. I think Caleb might try to go for a downstairs room too, but he won't be able to afford it. So let's leave that one there. I think I want to make these circle rooms smaller, make them tempting.
They do compete for 2 public objectives.
Yeah, exactly. So let's try to do. I don't think these are going to get bought anyway, so I'm just going to keep these up here. I do want to try to make some money. Which one do you want the least?
Probably this one.
Probably this one. So I'm going to put that one there.
Calling out Caleb for his finance.
Yeah.
I feel attacked.
His mistakes.
Let's go like this.
No, literally, that was me. I mean,
Okay.
I was down to nothing.
I feel like it's so hard to
Wow,
like actually
that's
gauge what people want
Yeah,
in this game.
It is
So-
hard because I made predictions thinking that you guys were going to end up giving me tons of money.
Yeah,
And then you all took
Is
the
this
small
one?
stuff, and I was only getting 2
Exactly.
at a
Exactly.
time. Like,
yeah, I'm definitely doing this one because it is real good. So here's 4. I can actually afford that one. All right, so this one is going to fit nicely right there, which gives me a total of 4 points because 1 point for the room, 3 points because I connected it to another food room, and then 1 point for triggering the food room. So I get a total of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I completed a food room,
So you get another turn.
so I get another turn. So I'm going to give you this one as well.
I despise you so bad right now.
Should have made it one more. Should have made it one more.
Yeah,
I messed
you
up. I messed
did
up.
not plan this very well.
No,
Jake.
I messed up.
And if I go there, oh no, I can't complete that room then. Oh, I want to so bad. We'll go over here in the hallway. We'll start building off of this. So I'll get 4 points just for placing the room. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I gotta make sure I stay in the lead so I don't have to shave my beard.
That's good.
Right.
That's a good point.
And I also don't want you to get fudge.
Taking 5.
I'm taking 5. You guys are not leaving me with much.
I want to check this room out really quick.
Here, I can move mine over a little bit.
Because I think I might do that.
That's actually a really smart decision.
Yeah, I think I will. So
Keep that chain going.
Gotta pick six monies going there.
Okay,
But
so
I
you
also-
get 3 points.
I get 3 points.
3 points.
3 points.
1, 2,
But
3.
I also completed an activity room, so I get another 5.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool. I've got my music section of my castle.
I've done that before. Like,
Yeah.
I've done, like, a whole red castle, pretty much.
All right. So I'm Master Builder. So we get 1, 2, 3. And now we get... So
I'm
we have
not doing so hot.
a 200 room,
Here we go.
another 150 room.
This is
You're gonna score big points though. You got big points coming toward you.
Hyponesium? Did I say that right?
Hy-
Hyponesium?
Hypnonesium?
I have no idea what that was.
I think it's a room where you hypnotize someone. I think that's what that is.
Okay, what was the other
Sketchy.
one? I'm sorry.
150.
Okay,
That's not
so,
good.
ooh.
We don't like
Hey,
that.
the bottomless pit.
Oh, the bottomless pit.
Nice.
All right, and then
Oh, you need
we've
some
got a
downstairs.
300, which is the laundry room. So who wants to do some laundry?
No, that is my least favorite chore ever.
It's the best drawer.
I actually really like doing laundry.
Freak.
I'll put a movie on and just watch while I fold it.
Oh, man. No.
Oh yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. It's my go. All right. Jake's got he's flush over here. So we're gonna make this one. That's a really good one for Jake.
Little circle.
Yeah.
Also downstairs.
Yeah. And it's downstairs. Oh, but if you do that, that's going to complete your downstairs because it has a one entrance, so you would not be able to continue your downstairs room.
Yeah, so do I really want it?
But just in case, we're going to make it $10,000. Just in case.
Just in case.
We are getting kind of close to the end of the game.
We are getting close to the end game.
Did you did add coins to everything, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I did. I'll make this 8,000. I'm going to make this one 15,000. We'll do this. We'll go with that. So just since we are coming up to the end game, just a reminder, the end game scoring is...
there. Take that.
Thank you. Got money.
Okay.
So end game scoring is any of the rooms that we've depleted stacks, which we don't have yet. You score 2 points per room you have in your castle of that stack. The King's Favors, which are these public objectives here. Your bonus cards. And then for every 10,000 money you have left is worth points.
Okay, so on this one, I am scoring 3 points for placing the room. I'm going to score another 2 points for connecting it to a greenery. And
Yep.
then I also rescore completed rooms points.
This is not complete yet. You got one.
Oh, no!
So you get 3,
Okay, 5.
5. Yep.
I'll take the 5.
Yeah.
Take the 5.
I'll take the 5.
Take the 5.
I got so excited. Dang it.
That's so close to perfect.
He's being sneaky over here.
Yeah.
Kate Love. I was so excited.
So I might try to go for the library here.
It's not the one I wanted you to do, but okay, I guess.
Maybe. Thinking about it. Does complete a room. And I get to rescore a completed room as well. But I don't have a lot of completed rooms.
You want to know something? I'm also jealous at the space that yours is taking. Like, your rooms are like...
Yeah, he's compact, yeah.
And I've got like all these like little baby guys, and here you are like, I got the beefcake.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, we can go over here, we can go over here. Yeah.
I'm pretty cool.
I feel like you're like, hey, I'll take a square, here's a circle. Square, circle. Like,
Okay, I mean, that scores me 5 points, and I get to rescore this room. I'll probably rescore that room again. Yeah, let's do it.
Right,
so 6, so I owe you here.
Oh, yeah.
So here you go. That's for you.
Yep.
So I score 2 points for placing it down.
Yep. 3 points because you connected it to that type of room.
3 points because I
1, 2,
connected
3.
to that
Yep.
type of room. And I also finished that room.
Yep.
So I get to rescore. So if I rescore this room, would I get another 5?
That's a good question. So you definitely get 3. 1, 2,
Because
3.
it's also, I mean, it's adjacent to...
Yeah.
Do you rescore that middle part?
I don't remember that. That's a good question.
I took the lead.
I also have a question on this one. So, like, how would you even do that? Because
You score 1 for each of the...
Downstairs for the entire castle, not
for the
adjacent.
entire castle.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So good question, Jake. So rescore the VPs for this room. If you had just placed it, this includes the connection bonus as well.
Oh, cool.
So you would score an additional 2 points.
One
Yeah,
of the
2.
others.
Okay, cool. I'll do that. Yeah, I think
job.
that's my completed. Okay, cool. Good with that.
Look at you go.
All
Pretty cool,
right.
pretty cool.
So I think I am going to spend it all
What?
on that downstairs room.
That doesn't help me for my turn, Caleb.
I wanted that downstairs room so
I
bad.
know you did.
But I didn't want to give you the money.
That's fair. All right, so this gives me quite a bit of points. So I'm going to get 1 point just for the room, but then I score 2 points for every corridor in my castle, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 10 points.
Somebody asked, do you get points for largest castle?
So not normally.
Unless you have an objective.
There are objective cards that do score off of the size of like different rooms. Like there's like I know there's one that has the most square footage. So there are points like that, but just in the native game, not unless you have one of those objectives.
Yeah. All the tiles have the square footage.
Yep.
In the top right of it too.
Yeah.
So you can let it know.
Yeah. So if you're trying to figure out your objective, that's the easiest.
So there are I randomly did these ones that would be kind of like easier. I picked some that I know are easier to kind of teach.
Sure.
But there are public objectives that will be like whoever has the most square footage for outside rooms. So like there's some pretty specific public objectives as well. All right, I was the master builder. I took a turn, so these all get a bonus, and then we get 3 cards. So we've got a 200 room.
Mm-hmm. Which is going to be the anteroom.
Okay. We've got a 500, which is the Venus Grotto, which is a downstairs.
Ooh.
And then
That's pretty.
we've got another 200.
Sorry, I just got a...
Yeah.
The artwork is just great. I love it.
Yeah, these tiles are really, really pretty.
Yeah.
Food prep room.
Okay.
And that only has 1... So you're pretty much closing that off.
It's got 2 though, right? Oh, you've got 1. You got 2.
2.
Yeah, 2.
Sorry, yep.
And this is up here. All right, Jennilee is master builder. I think, depending on how we do, we might only have 2 more turns left.
Oof. Whew. Big moves.
Coming down to it.
Gotta make some big moves here.
One thing to know for you, for me, I have no money, so I will have to take the 5,000 marks.
Yeah, because there's nothing you can afford. You good with that?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to look at this room really quick.
Ooh, that was a good one for you.
There's a messing up my castle here. Could slide it in there.
And it does work because you're only you're not touching
Yeah,
the
I'm not touching the fence.
Yeah.
You will not complete it.
Yeah.
I won't complete that room, which means I won't get an additional turn. But that might be useful for later.
There is also that room.
There is this one too, which would work because I'm not. Is that fine?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, no, you're good.
I'm not touching, so which would make that final room very
unless
very good for
Jennilee
me.
steals it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Man, or I could go. I feel like the smart move is to take that one and connect it to my basement down here. Does it even fit? It does.
Yeah, and I can slide a little.
Yeah.
Let me do a little shifty poo.
This one is also, even though it's expensive, it is very good for you because you would immediately complete it. But you're gonna not have any other downstairs options.
Yeah,
but you would be completing your second downstairs, so you'd actually trigger the special ability. So you could actually take another turn as well. So.
Oh yeah, that's actually I think I'm gonna do that. I didn't even think about that. Thank you, Caleb.
Yeah.
For that. So I'm spending pretty much all of my money to do this. So we'll take that.
I like money.
Here you go. $10,000.
Since I didn't get anything from Caleb.
So I score 3 points plus 2. So I score 5 points for my outdoor rooms.
Okay.
And then I also, so I can take a second turn here.
Or you can do anything else.
Or I can do anything else. I could also take the money, which might be useful. If I took a second turn, I could buy that.
I did not do that. Probably the best that I could have.
I think, man, I think I actually am. I think I'm gonna take a second turn and buy this.
Yeah.
Buy this one. So there you go.
Wow.
Giving you lots of money. And connect that. I also scored another 2.
Yep.
It's not adjacent to a food room, but I do finish that room, so I get to add to the stack.
Yep.
And let's add. Let's add some small rooms. Let's add some 250s.
250? How many you want to add?
Yeah.
Up to 2.
Add 2.
Okay.
Add 2. Extend the game slightly longer.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. I have no money, so I am forced to take 5,000. So, Jennilee, it is your go.
This is the thing with these games. Like, once you get later in the game, you're like...
Oh, yeah.
Choices matter a ton.
It's going to be worth 1 point. I'd be better off doing this. Yeah, so that's going to help stall the game a little bit as well. So I get 1 point
For placing the room.
for placing the room, 3 points because it's connected
One,
to
two, three.
a sleeper room.
Yep.
And then I also get to choose 0, 1, or 2 rooms from a stack and place them face down on the room. So let's do a 600.
It's only one stack, yep.
Just...
2 600s.
Ooh, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Let's do 2 600s.
2 600s? All right.
We're
All right.
going to do it.
All right.
Sweet.
So
Like
these
it.
each get a money or mark. There's that. All right, so the 600s reveal first because so we've got the stables. We've got the game room. So
Nice.
what games are being played? Looks like Castles is on the table. I don't know what the other one is.
Who's the other game room? Did you get that one?
No.
It was the arcade.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
the
the
arcade.
arcade, yeah.
Yeah.
Game room, and then the last one is one of the 250s from Jake. This is the shed.
Okay.
This is hysterical. I just love this.
Yeah, that's like been the noticeable difference between the editions for me is the art on the rooms in the first edition where they weren't as like vibrant. Like they did a really good job updating the art. I mean, you can still see like they had little details like the werewolf game and everything,
yeah.
but it wasn't as like the contrast
Noticeable.
wasn't as
Yeah. All right. So Caleb can't afford that much. I think I'm going to keep this exactly where it is.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
I am. You have a lot. There's probably a reason why you picked. Let's make the 2 big rooms. Let's 90 there. I think what I'm going to do is do this. This food room's also good. So I'm going to... Yeah, I'll do that. Why not?
All right.
See how it goes.
All right. Where am I? Go right into it. Nice job. All right. Where can I put this?
You had to do it.
You had to. All right. So this is going to go here. So I'm going to score 1 point for the room itself, but then this is also going to give me 1 point for each of my hallways, which was 5 last time. So that's another 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I've completed my second room that's downstairs, so I'm just going to take the 10,000 money from the scoring the outdoor room.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. So my wife is watching the stream, and she just texted me saying that your game session is very calm. Usually when you and Jennilee are playing together, you're both screaming at each other. So
I'm the calming. I'm the calm
Jake's the
He's
calming influence.
presence for us. Yeah.
Yeah, usually Jennilee and I are very vocal.
I don't really know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, there is, we have obviously messed each other up in this game so far, but it's not like overly like super interactive.
So, Jake,
Can you fit?
about
Okay,
that.
I've got to move.
About that. I
I'm
guess
not
I
really
could.
be going this way.
I guess I could shift this way because this is the end of my castle.
That is
so,
not true.
Let me just do this.
I'll shift mine over too. We're gonna make
I
this
just
work.
don't. Where did I? I think I had that there. Okay.
We're gonna fit. Everybody's gonna fit.
We're gonna make this work. We're gonna.
It's always very fun playing this game with people who have like very high OCD.
Which is me,
You
because
you
know
bump the
me.
table
I'm
and
like,
everyone's
no!
like, oh my god.
I'm like, no. All right.
Yeah, Miranda also confirms that we're being very calm.
For sure, calm.
Listen, we can be.
We told
like,
Jennilee she had to be nice to us.
You're implying that I'm the mean one. I don't think that's fair.
Caleb, I feel like Caleb's like sneaky mean. Like,
He is so sneaky mean.
Yeah.
And he talks people into doing his sneaky
Yeah, I'm the
meanness.
manipulator.
Yeah, exactly.
He is.
100%.
He is such a manipulator. All right.
Definitely.
So the great news is that because I attached it to a garden, it's not going to affect.
Yep.
So I will get the 7 points for that.
Did you pay me the 15,000 to get that?
No, I'm working on it.
Okay, just making sure.
Listen.
I do want it.
I see you want it. Like you're all right. Anyway,
Good news is you're gonna get 10,000 back.
yeah, because I completed the.
Yep.
So that was a really smart move.
Yes. Yeah. Nice job.
It just gave Jake more money, which
It
I
did,
didn't
yeah.
really want to
Yeah.
do, but at the same time, that 7 points I
but
needed because
Had to be
I'm
there.
also, as you can see, lagging behind quite a distance. My swan doesn't swim that fast.
I think I am. Okay. I think I'm going to get this room right here if I can connect it properly, and I can. So I will do that. So it was the 8,000. So I need to pay 7,000 to
Yep.
to this. And so it scores me 1 point.
Yep.
Plus another 2, so
Yep.
3 points here.
Yep.
And then I also finish a sleeping room.
Yep.
So I get to add more to the stack.
Yeah.
And let's add. Let's add. We want. I think I'm actually gonna add 2 100s to
Yep.
the mix, and then that will be my turn.
Okay.
Done.
All right. So these all get 1 money. And then we add the 100s. So we have the cubby room. We have a storage room. And we have the crypt.
The crypt.
All right. So you guys all have a lot of money. So because we're approaching endgame, I think this one wants to be a much higher level because it's got money, it's worth 3 points, and gives you bonus objectives. The 10,000 stable. I do like that for Jake. Yeah, we'll do the crypt. And Yeah, we'll do like that. We'll do that. All right.
It's to me first, huh?
Yep.
All right, let's see what this is. A cubby. And that's a yellow room, so that would... Oh, so basically those are the same thing. Crypt. Seeing that as 2 doors, right? One here, one here?
Yes, yep.
Okay. That's a bummer. Come off of there. Decisions.
Remember when we said we had 2 turns left?
Yep. And everyone started filling up their sleeping rooms.
Well, I mean, you gotta do what you're gonna do.
Exactly.
We are getting close to endgame, though, so I gotta start making decisions that are gonna be smart. So, I think I'm going to take this one for 6. Will that fit there?
I mean, if you put it on the other one, you do get to score. Take an extra turn, so you'll complete the food room.
I know, but I also would complete this,
Oh, yeah.
which
Score you more points.
completed rooms.
You want to do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna go that route.
Okay.
So 6 for you.
Yep. So you get the 1 point for the room itself.
I'm
Then
gonna do this, which I'll just save here.
Yep.
Oops, sorry. Too many.
So then you rescore the room, so it gives you 3 points. 1, 2, 3, and then you have it connected to an outdoor room, which is another 2 points. 1, 2. Nice. All right.
And then I'll pick my card
Yep.
while you guys are.
Alright, so I think I'm gonna take this one, put this here. Sorry, I can't remember.
I have to make change.
Gotta make the change. Alright, so hold on.
Change
You
is
actually
gonna
get
come.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There
Okay.
you go.
All right.
Put that in the bank. That completes my food room.
So you score 1 point,
So 1 point.
and then another point for your downstairs room. So 2
Um,
points. Because it's an outdoor.
Yes, because it's an outdoor. Yeah, so 2 points.
Yep.
Um,
And now you get to take
and
an
I get
additional
to
turn.
take an additional turn. I think I will buy this one.
Yep.
Put it right here.
Okay.
Which scores me 1 point or 2 points. Yep. And I also complete the outdoor room, which gives me
10,000.
10,000, and I complete that.
Yep, nice.
Which scores me another 2 cards.
Nice go.
So.
Nice go.
One of these cards is crazy.
Will this fit here? Will. It will fit there. Where was this? Where did I have this one at 8,000? Or was it 10?
I thought it was 10, but it could have been
It was
8.
10 because he paid me the 8. Yep.
Yep.
Correct. All right. I'm going to do that. Am I going to do that or am I going to do the crypt?
Yeah, because that would be your 4th completed. And you don't have money to do both, right? Actually, you do have money to do both. Because on your crypt turn, this would be the
It would be my
4th.
No, it would only be my. It would be my.
4th.
That's my 4th room, so I wouldn't be able to complete the room. Actually, what I.
No, it's when you just place it, isn't it?
No, it's when you complete the room.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Yep. What is this? This is adjacent to. I'm going to do the crypt. So paying 4 for the crypt, which I'm going to place like this.
No, my gosh.
Can't risk it.
Not risking it for the biscuit?
And that just gives me 2 points.
Okay.
1, 2. All right, and that's my go. All right, so each of these rooms get one, and this actually might be the last turn because I need how many rooms?
4.
4, and we have 4 cards. All right, so this is going to be the last turn.
Eesh.
So we've got a
I wasn't ready for that.
300,
Which is?
the locker room.
Ugh.
We've got another 300. All right, and this is the ice cream parlor. So we also now have our first completed stack. So that means for every 300 room that you have in your castle, that's an additional 2 points at the end game.
Nice.
Jake is just racking it up, man. He's going to slaughter us. I just want to let you know.
So then
Prediction.
400 is the pumpkin patch.
Shout out to the guy who said I wouldn't win.
I love the pumpkin patch.
Who knows though?
That is
Might not win.
my favorite tile in the whole game.
That one is cute.
Obsessed with
And
pumpkins.
then the vestibule.
I am super glad I didn't grab that card that I just put away. Because it was
All right.
determined on one
Oh,
card
it's
popping
me,
up and
right?
it did not.
Oh, so this is one where you can potentially make a lot of extra points just purely on...
Also, you
Money,
would get,
money, money.
there's also
Yeah.
that one too.
Yeah, I
So
know.
if you have the most money at the end, super nice.
I feel like this is not going to be very well. Let's do that. Do that. Okay.
Alright. My last turn that I need to make sure I get the most amount of points possible. But I do think for me, this one is a smart move. I will place over here.
Okay.
So that was in the 4,000.
Yep. So you get 3 points for the room.
3
1,
points
2,
for the
3.
I do complete this room,
Which is additional 5.
Additional 5.
Yep.
And then I also complete this room so I can have 2 more of the cards. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to see if this fits real quick. Oh, it's so close. It does not work. So if I do 6,000. Does this fit like this?
I think these are sort
Let me see here.
Put this one back.
What are my objectives here? All right. I think I'm going to have to run a risk here. So I'm going to do 6,000 for this, which this goes in here. So that scores me 1 point for the room, 3 bonus points, so 4, and then I get 1 extra for my downstairs, so that's 5. 56.
Nice. And you get to take another
I get to take an extra turn. I'm then going to pay the 15,000
Wow.
for the extra bonus. It almost fit there.
Yeah, so close.
And then we're gonna put this here. Is there any other room I can close? I don't think so. There's no bonus points. We're going to do this here, which gives me 3 points. So 69, and then get 2 bonus cards, please.
Caleb ended at 69 points.
For each year, I should read these out loud. What am I doing? Keep this.
What are you doing, Caleb?
All right.
All right.
And that's my go.
Get the pumpkin patch. You know you want it.
I do want it.
You have so much money.
Now I do, which doesn't help me.
Buy whatever you want. You definitely, I think.
Well, you definitely can like finish that one room that gives you an extra turn. So that's like connecting this thing to that.
It's a good point. You have way more money than you could ever spend, and still be in first for that one. 6, 7, 8, and none of you guys get my money, which is even better.
Yep, exactly.
So let's connect. We're gonna finish that off. So I get
5
4
points.
or 5.
Yep.
Okay.
Plus I get an extra turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So now the question is it's too big of a gap for that, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you still get the bonus point. It's still worth 6 points to you. But you couldn't complete the room there.
I think I need the points though.
I mean, honestly, you can just buy a hallway right up there and complete the.
Yeah, that is actually a really smart idea. Because what will that get me then?
You get to active, or you get 5 extra points if you just complete this.
So this is,
or that's technically 6 though, right?
Yeah, but you spend 10,000, which is 2 points. So you're.
Oh, that's true.
Only 8.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 coins on there.
Oh yeah, 8 points. Yeah.
So
just
because every 10,000 money is worth 2 points.
It's worth 1. I thought.
Is it worth 1 or 2? I don't really see.
Because then it would be 5,000 for
Yeah, that's a good point. So end game is 1 victory point for every 10,000 you still have.
Yeah.
Well, either way, I'm not gonna get another one because if I spend it on a haul, I'm gonna lose the coins anyway. So it'd be better to do that.
Okay. You're gonna lose 3,000. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it would be better just to do that anyway.
Cool.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
5, 6, 7, 8. Just hard friends. Now, where do I want to put her?
You want to connect it to this one, I think, right, for the extra bonus point.
Yeah.
Because it is a music room.
Yeah.
So that'll be it. So 6 points.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Okay, that is the last turn. So now we go into end game scoring. So starting with let me see here. So the master builder. Sorry, I'm just reading here. Okay, so we're going to go through in order. So each player receives 2 points per room of their castle that matches a depleted stack. So this is only the 300s. Mm-hmm. So for every 300 room you have, you get 2 points. So I have 6.
I also have 6.
And I only have 1.
All right. 1, 2. Jennilee, would you mind moving us up 6 there?
1, 2, 3,
he uses
4,
75,
5, 6,
and I need 74.
All right, and that's all of.
I'm clearly not in this game, so I just.
Well, we don't know what you have for.
I'll tell you where I think I made my mistake, but anyway, keep going.
All right, so then King's favors. So we'll just go in order. So round rooms. So who has the most round rooms? I think it's Jake, right?
I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. So you got the most. So that's 8 points to blue because I only have 3.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice.
All right. So then I have second place. That's 4 points to me.
1, 2, 3, 4. And I get no points because I don't have any round rooms.
Nice.
All right. So the most money is clearly Jennilee. So that's 8 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you
I
have
have
this.
second
So that's
most,
4 to
4.
Jake, and then 2 to me.
Caleb, are you getting sweating because your beard's about to get shaved off?
Oh boy.
And
right.
I think you get peanut butter fudge as well.
And I also get
So,
peanut butter
I mean,
fudge.
this
I forgot
is
about that.
This is amazing.
All right, so now, starting with the Master Builder, we reveal bonus cards.
Okay.
Do you want to go first?
Oh, wait, I forgot to do the small rooms.
Oh,
I'm so
small
sorry.
rooms.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
got distracted.
Oh.
I started sweating with the loss of my beard. All right, so who has the most small rooms?
All right. So what is it? Under.
So it's 300. So 300 or less.
I think I have 10. And look, do you count the foyer?
No, because I think that because
You
everyone
You
has
don't
that.
count halls.
You don't count
And you don't
halls
count-
Or
yeah, you don't get
foyer.
just the rooms themselves.
So I have 10. I think
4,
10.
5, 6.
How do you
7,
have
8.
10?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I got 11.
So close. You sure you're not counting the foyer, Caleb? Maybe one of those
I have
staircases that you
6.
have?
I did not optimize, clearly. 6. I have 6.
All right. So I got 8.
1, 2, 3, 4,
So he's at
5,
89.
6, 7, 8.
Yeah. I got 4.
Oh boy, and then 2.
Woo!
All right, and now bonus cards.
Okay.
So starting with the Master Builder.
Okay, I get 3 points for each of my 350 rooms. Do I even have
You
a
got
3?
this one.
I have 1.
Oh, you have 2.
2.
Yep. 2.
So-
So 6
So
points.
6 points. That's big. That's huge.
I get 3 points for each of my sleep rooms, which is another 6. All right, I get another 4.
Yep.
Okay, so this is where I went wrong. This objective was to have 10 out of the 11 rooms. And so what I was doing was working to some degree,
Oh.
but it wasn't worth it trying to get those 8 points. And I should have known
Yeah.
that
Those
probably
ones
would
are
not
tricky.
Really
That's the one that
But
I got
went-
rid of at the end.
But I went for it because
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Like, let's see if I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Jake, what you got?
So I get 1 point for every 500 room that I have. And I think I only have 2, so I got 2 points
Yep.
there. 2 points for every 250 room that I have. And I think I only might have 1.
Yeah.
So only 2
Yep.
points. But then I get 2 points for every 300 room that I have, and I have 3 of those, so that's 6 points for me. 2 points for every
Utility room.
and I have 3 of those, so another 6 points. And then 1 point for each hallway.
Yeah, just hallway, yeah.
Just hallway,
Yeah.
and I have 2 of those, so just another 2 points.
There we go. All right, Caleb.
All right, so I get 3 points for each of my food rooms, so that is 12 points.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Right, 12 times 4. Or, 3 times 4 is 12,
Yeah.
yeah.
Here we go, Caleb.
2 for each of my downstairs rooms, so that's 8 points.
You guys got all these high-scoring cards.
For each 4 for each of my first place public favors.
So you got 1.
I got 1, so just 4 points.
That's the victory.
And then 1 point for every 2 of my completed rooms. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 5 points. All right, and then finally, leftover money. So for every 10,000.
Just 1 for me.
All right. And
Caleb-
that is
Caleb
Castles
keeps his
of Mad-
beard.
Caleb keeps his beard.
And we get no fudge.
And we get no fudge.
I'm so disappointed.
So we had.
That's
So
so
I
close.
ended at 118.
Jake was
109,
109, and I was just a lousy 85.
85. All right. Well, that is Castles of Mad King Ludwig.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
All right.
This
So
is great.
I need a quick restroom break, real quick.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just kind of give some thoughts on the game, kind of just help you understand a little bit more of like some of our analysis of the game. But we are going to take a quick break. Alrighty, thanks for waiting. We're back. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to just kind of give a chance to talk about... Oops, sorry, we're still waiting on the mics. Check, 1, 2, can you hear us? Check, 1, 2. We good? All right, we good? All right,
we're good.
Awesome. Thank you, AJ.
Thanks.
Okay, so we're going to take a minute to discuss a little bit more about the game, and there's 3 questions that we're going to ask ourselves and pose and give answers. So the first question is, what did we enjoy about the game? The second question is, whose shelf should this game go to? Like, whose shelf does this belong on? And then, what are the kind of the expectations of the game for you, knowing that maybe like the first time you're getting into it? Like, what should you expect in your first play? So I'll start. What I like about this game is there's one genre of board games called tile placement, and it's simply this: you have a tile, you place it, you score points or do something. So I really like games like Carcassonne. This has a lot more interaction than Carcassonne. So I love the market. I love the, like, how much money does Jake have? I know Jake needs this. So I'm going to put that here, trying to figure out, like, where's the line of being too expensive. So I love this player-driven economy. That's kind of like my favorite part of the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Market manipulation is, you see it carried over in a couple of different types of board games, but this is really highlights that feature, which is great.
Yeah, pretty unique in that sense too. Also, there was a couple times throughout the game too where we thought that one of us wanted a big thing and we actually didn't.
Yeah.
Sure.
So it's kind of interesting in that sense of, it's cool. There's a lot of different playability to it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of way to manipulate each other.
Yeah. I also like that. Like, so, like, for my my private objectives, I had a lot of these, like, I really need to, get a lot of downstairs rooms. I need, a lot of these. And so I like that you never know, how many rooms total are in the game, but you don't know
How
what's
they're gonna
coming.
flip.
Even when you choose, like, I want the 500s to come out, you're like, it still could be a downstairs an activity room or an outdoor, so you just don't know.
Sure.
So I like that, like, it's you kind of have a semblance of a plan, but at the end of the day, you don't actually know, and I like that.
Yeah, you got really lucky with the cards that you picked and just the rooms that became available. The downstairs drew really fast, and I have seen games where I've played before where it takes like 3rd or 4th tile flips to get a downstairs room at all.
Yeah.
So the fact that we had 2 of those kind of right out of the gate was pretty huge.
Yeah.
And, kind of helped that objective for you. I'm curious, did you pull that card later in the game?
Which one?
The downstairs objective.
No, that was one of my first ones.
Wow,
so
that was
I was kind of gambling.
that was a gamble.
Yeah, some of one of them that I think I discarded was I had to be the last master builder. And it was like 7 points. So I'm like, there's no way for me to control that. That's a 7. Like, it's 7 points. That's like that's a big swing.
Yeah,
but it's
especially when you're adding tiles to the deck.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I mean, for me too, when because I haven't played this yet, when I was trying to pick my objectives, I was trying to find ones that were the easiest.
Yeah.
So the ones that I picked were the utility rooms. Score 2 points for each utility room.
Yeah.
And also score 2 points for each of the 300 rooms.
Yeah.
Because I just figured I could. Those would probably come up at a certain point.
Yep.
And they ended up helping me out in the end too.
Yeah. So like you, tile placement is one of my favorite types of games. So for me, that's a big draw.
Yeah.
And also the artwork is just stunning, and finding all those little details in every tile is
they definitely did a very good job with updating
fun.
the art on this new edition.
Yeah, it is lovely for sure.
All right. So who is this game for?
It's a big question.
That is a big question. I would say, like, if someone came in and was like, should I buy Castles of Mad King Ludwig? As I said, like, I really like games like Carcassonne, but Carcassonne is a very interactive game in that you can kind of like shape the map together. But I do find that after a while, depending on who you're playing with, there isn't a lot of interaction. And I love board games that interact with players. So having this market, to me is it's the next level. So if you play a lot of Carcassonne and you want the next level, this is a good addition to your collection because you've got the familiarity of like placing things for points, and I need to do this and that to build the connections. But having this, like as you mentioned Ra earlier, having that market manipulation is a really cool next step.
Also, like Raccoon Tycoon, if you're into that type of game, again, it's another type of market manipulation. Yeah. And then, throw in a little Isle of Cats with the tile placements, set collection, all that kind of stuff really factors in.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all good. The one thing that I would say, too, is if you are into a game, something that you might not like is we did reach a lot of tiles that we didn't pull up. Like you could get very unlucky throughout the whole game.
Yeah.
There is a slight luck factor, and I know some people don't really love that. I personally do.
Yeah.
I like when there's a little bit of like chance. There's decisions that I might have to make that could be really great or could not be great.
Yeah.
So, but there's some high risk, high rewards in this game, whether you like that or not. I feel like that's up to you.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
This is also, I would say, it's in terms of like a board game that's we talk a lot about complexity of a board game and how heavy or crunchy it is. I would say this is definitely on the lighter side. Like it's not that hard of a game to play. And
Caleb, what do you mean by crunchy?
Oh, good. So crunchy. We used in the board game atmosphere. We use a lot of like language like, is it a crunchy board game? And that just means like, is it a very complex game? We joke about certain games that take you 2 hours just to learn how to play, and
Euro games,
and another 8 hours just to play. Then there's like the lighter games. So I would say this is definitely not like the easiest like game. Like this isn't Uno, right? We're not going to immediately just pick this out. But I wouldn't say I would say if you are like playing games like Catan, you can get this pretty simply.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I also, as a first time player, one thing that I really liked about the game in the beginning, I didn't really know what to expect or what to do. Because I was like, I don't really know what the strategy is too much. The market manipulation too is a little tricky to like as a first time player to see how it works and how it might affect everybody else. So it took me a second to get that. But the one thing that I did really like is these cards, the utility cards, and also the bonus, the beginning bonus. They kind of helped me start at the beginning where I was like, look, if I have no idea what I'm doing,
just go for
I'm going to go for a round room, right?
Yeah.
If there's a round room available.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for a small room because I know that could potentially help me out later in the game.
Yeah.
And then I kind of started building my strategy around those things.
What I do also like about this is the replayability.
Yeah.
Because no two games are ever going to be the same that you're doing. And then if you decide to go like the deluxe version.
This has all the expansions.
Oh yeah, so like you have modes. So like you can either make this as slim as you want, or you can like beef it up to make it a little bit more complex. So as you get familiar with the game, so not only do you have just basic replayability in the game itself, but as you add those components, you can manipulate and kind of change the game a little bit, which is super cool.
And I wouldn't say the expansions, which like the nice thing about the second edition is the box does house everything, but the expansions are sold separate. But it comes with really cool storage solutions. It makes it really easy to set up. But the expansions are not hard to add either. Like once you know the basic game, you're like, okay, I know that this tile just does this.
So like one of the expansions is a moat. So like you can only build like greenery has to go below the moat, and then you kind of build your rooms up. The swans are kind of an additional like set collection. So as Caleb was talking about, there are swans on every one, so that allows a swan place tile to be placed here, and then if you collect the different colors, you get victory points based on that. So there are elements to that kind of add
a lot more to come back to.
A lot more to come back to.
All right. So then the last question is just kind of like, what are the expectations of what should you expect kind of the first time to play? Like maybe some things that might be a little bit difficult or tricky to get. So these things aren't negative. They're just like more of just like what should you expect from the first time? So I have a couple that I was thinking through as like we're playing this again. The icons are pretty small. So if you depending on vision,
Not if you play the colossal version.
if you're playing the colossal version, But no, for this game, the icons are a little small. So depending on your eyesight, or even if the room is dark, it might be a little tricky to see some of the iconography. But again, that's not a negative thing. That's just more of something to be aware of. The other thing that, especially if you are newer to board games that have market manipulation, this is a tricky element to understand at first.
Definitely.
It's the skills that you get almost like when you're playing poker. It's like the reading your opponents kind of thing. And so if you're playing games that don't have a lot of direct interaction, this can be a little weird the first time. Like if you're never played a game like this and you're the master builder on turn one, you're like, well, what do I do? So that if you're playing with newer players, they might just need a little bit of help understanding what's the strategy here.
I think this is kind of one of the hardest pieces of the game to do really well, because not only are you playing your own game, but you're also anticipating your opponents and potentially how they're going to build. Early on, I felt like, I got hosed a little bit because I was expecting you guys to take what I had put up here, and actually you guys went for the lower values, which drained my money really quickly.
Yeah.
And then I also was kind of predicting what I would want out of those, and you guys ended up taking a couple of the options that I would have gone for, so it had to make me pivot very early on. So I think that's the hardest thing, is kind of adjusting. And thinking kind of quickly on your feet, if that piece gets taken, what's my next option?
Yeah, I would say the game, as a newcomer, it's a little overwhelming in terms of, you kind of talked about the icons a little bit, how much they chain together, remembering what you have, and just trying to think, and kind of that strategy too, which tiles do I want to grab? I do think it's a little overwhelming for your first go. But I do want to say I never did actually feel overwhelmed. It was just I'm going to continue playing this game, and it is one of these games that you want to come back to. As soon as you made one mistake, you're like, oh man, I shouldn't have done that. That was really stupid. But then it's next time you're like, I'm not going to make that mistake again. I know what to do. And then it kind of goes back to the replayability of it.
And this just kind of proves things a little bit. I've played this game, a handful of times, and I'm dead last with 85 points. Jake, who's never played before, smoked me with 109 points. And then Caleb wasn't too far ahead of him. So, even if you are new to the game, it's still accessible. Which is really great for first timers. And then you're only going to build that skill as you go, which is great.
And this is one of my favorite guides.
Two-player guides.
This thing is fantastic.
I love when games have this. It's amazing.
Well, I also you were just doing it because. But as the master builder, you draw the cards and do all that kind of stuff, but due to space constraints. But you know exactly what you have to do, which is really nice.
No, this thing really helps with that iconography. And then there's also, I like how they match the colors to things and everything. So it is once you've played a few times, you're like, oh, that's clearly a sleeping room because it's blue. You have to look for the icons. So
and it does walk you through. What's also nice is not only does it give you the master builder actions on that side of the card, it's also giving you how you're going to score your tile once you place it. And then it also reminds you of the end game scoring, which I really appreciate as a player, because sometimes you don't have that and you're like, well, what is my end goal again, you know? So it's kind of nice to kind of revisit that throughout the game and just say, okay, what am I working towards?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, cool. So those are some of our thoughts on Castles of Mad King and Ludwig. Did I say it right? Ludwig. So thank you, everyone, for joining in with us for our first board game playthrough here on the channel. This is something that we're going to start doing a lot more frequently. So if there's a game that you're hoping to see played, let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think of the game. Is this one that you've played before, or is this one that you might want to add to your shelf and play something new? So
just somebody asked who won. It was Caleb. Caleb was first.
Yeah,
and
so
Jake was second, and I was third. So.
I don't have to shave my beard.
And there's no peanut butter fudge in our future.
Okay, but I do want to say, if you would still like to give us peanut butter fudge,
Yes, we will. We will
gladly accept.
Please drop it off at the store.
Because
Caleb
he
did cheat.
100%.
100%.
Yeah, he was like sliding. You know what he did? He already had these cards laid out in front of us at the beginning of the game, and he had already stacked the tiles.
That's
so
true.
I think he secretly stacked the tiles in his favor, and he definitely manipulated the game.
I actually saw we can replay it a couple times. He definitely grabbed some extra money from the bank.
I mean, he shortchanged me a few times.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I tried to do my best above board.
Sabotage.
Well, thank you, Jake and Jennilee, for joining us in the studio tonight, and thank
always
you
a
all
pleasure.
for watching and participating with us. So come on in, check us out. This game is in store, so if you have any questions, grab us and grab Jake at one of his Game Night Rock events. You can ask him more questions about the
If you guys
game.
would like to come out and play, I'm definitely picking it up.
Yeah.
So come out and play it.
Yeah,
Let's see
and
it.
we hope you had as much fun as we did playing. So.
Yeah. Well, thank you all, and we'll catch you next time. Don't forget to play something new. Have a great night.
Caleb walks off screen.
And cut.